It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We are joined by Jeff Gordon here in the Media Center for his weekend press conference. Jeff, start off with what you think of this weekend's competition.
Well, I'm certainly anxious to see what we have this weekend for the competition. You know, obviously we've got our Nicorette paint scheme, and you know, we have been working really hard on mile-and-a-half racetrack. So we'll see if that work pays off. You know, the last couple of weeks have gone really well for us as far as the way we've been running. We've been, you know, you've certainly heard me and our team talk about not being as competitive as we want to be, but yet the last couple of weeks I feel like we have been. But those haven't been on mile-and-a-half tracks, so hopefully we can, you know, make an impact this weekend, and if we can, then it's going to give this team a big boost for the rest of the season.
Sounds good. Questions for Jeff. As a courtesy, please state your name and affiliation. The microphone is right here. We'll go right here.
Tim Cronin, Southtown Star, Chicago. Jeff, does this season for you have any parallels to 2002 when it took you to, what, the 24th race of the year, I think, to finally win one? Do you see things coming along this year the way they did then, or is it completely different?
Well, I think it's a little bit different because I feel like our team has really got their act together this year. I feel like, and I'd have to go back and recap 2002. I mean, it is similar. You know, it's one of those things where I feel like that this team is a championship caliber team. We just, you know, the performance just hasn't been there. Where I feel like in 2002 we were off as a team as well as competition, and it just, you know, took us a little while to get things kind of back on track. And so I think that and maybe I'm comparing more to 2000 than 2002. 2002 we came off of a championship. 2000 is the one I'm really thinking of. So, you know, I feel like we had a strong year last year, and the competition caught up to us. But team-wise, we're as good as we've ever been. It's just really about figuring out these mile-and-a-half tracks, in my opinion.
We'll go Lewis and then in the back.
Yeah, Lewis Frank, ESPN.com. While Tony's is not a startup team like Michael Waltrip's or Robbie's, I mean, could you comment on what kind of mountain it is to climb for a driver to take over a team? You know, how do you view something like that?
Well, you know, the thing I think that is significant about Tony's situation is that, you know, he's partnering up with an existing organization, existing owner who, you know, has a strong backing. That to me is what's key, you know, to his decision is that, you know, there's no secret. There's no way that Tony could afford to just do it. You know, I mean, there's just way too much of an investment. It's the responsibilities and the you know, what it takes to compete at the top level in this series is very, very demanding, especially financially. But, you know, I think it's a smart decision on both their parts, because I think Haas, you know, was in a position where, hey, we've got to get sponsorship, you know, we've got to get, you know, some top drivers in here. That's what's going to build our team up to get you know, the crew chiefs and the engineers and all the rest of the people that really, and it starts usually with a strong driver. You know, that draws the sponsors in, that draws other people's interest in. I mean, Haas has already shown what kind of commitment they have with their wind tunnel, you know, and you know, other areas that they've really invested in. So I think that you know, that's the side where it's positive for Haas, and then for Tony. You know, there's not too many teams out there that are going to offer that kind of an ownership, you know, to many guys, if any guys. And you know, he wasn't going to get that at Gibbs. And you know, I think it's a win-win for both of them. And I think you know, I'm anxious to see how it goes for him. And I think had he not taken on the responsibility with his USAC and sprint car teams, that, you know, he probably would have never even thought about this. And again, it's about partnering up with somebody. It's not about you taking on full-on responsibility, and most drivers that we've seen take that on have failed.
Go ahead in the back.
Jeff Brian Jodas, WAND-TV. Having won here recently, can you take from that, and how much different do you think the track will be under the lights at night in comparison to maybe how it was in 2006?
Well, there's no comparison because we've never run here with this car before. So all the notes, everything that we've learned from the past is pretty much out the window, other than knowing where the bumps and dips are. Other than that, it's all new for us. It's really more about knowing what this car can do on a 1.5 mile racetrack, and that's something that we've been working hard on and we've struggled with at times. So we're hoping to turn that around, and you hope that your experience at a track, knowing the track, will pay off a little bit as well. I am anxious to see this track under the lights. You're always curious how they have lit the track, what kind of shadows, glares, all those things. It's usually better at night than it is during the day, and I'm sure the conditions will certainly be really good because you want to race under a cool track conditions, and makes the cars handle better and faster, and I think it makes for a more exciting race.
We'll go Brad and then come up to the gentleman here in the front with the green shirt.
Jeff, Brad Gilly with PRN. With Tony's move over to Haas and Hendrick's relationship with that team, in a way, when he gets over there next year, will that sort of make you guys seem like teammates, sort of?
Well, I mean, if I just use what they currently have, I've had conversations with Scott Riggs several times. I know that Brad Keselowski tested for them when we were at Nashville or Kentucky, and we were all there together, and some of their crew chiefs. We've all just been very open about our conversations, similar to what we are with our crew chiefs. So it's about how they use that relationship. We offer them up the ability to share some technology. We feel like it's a smart move for us at Hendrick Motorsports because they've shown the commitment, and if there's something that they can go out and do that we can learn from, and we can offer something up and learn from them. Of course, engines and cars, we've been doing that for them for many years. So it's not the same as a teammate relationship, but it's not too far from it. But it's really about how they want to utilize that relationship. If they really want to push hard and open their books up to what they're doing, then it's going to make it a lot easier for us to do the same, especially if we're seeing results.
Go ahead in the